Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Katarina and I own a small embroidery business where I make cute bookish designs. Today we're going to be talking about how I create content as a small business owner. This is something that a few of you guys have asked for, and I have to say I am not a professional at all whatsoever. I'm actually not even super consistent with social media, but I have found two types of videos that work the best for me. So we're going to talk about that today. The two types of content that I normally gravitate towards are definitely going to be like some behind the scenes and some storytelling. They are both pretty the same in regards of filming and editing, aside from the fact that for storytelling, I do a little voiceover for that. Storytelling is definitely a great way to connect with your audience. I feel like you definitely bring in the audience into what you're doing and they can relate with you more and grow relationships. The only thing with storytelling is that, at least for me, it's a bit hard to storytell all the time, so I mix it up with some behind the scenes and little processes of me making sweaters and things like that. My behind the scenes videos are definitely a lot easier to film, edit, and just post right away, just because I don't have to come up with a little story of what I want to talk about that day. It's just kind of my filming process and post. So that's why I like to mix up those two types of content, just because storytelling can take like a lot out of me, and sometimes I feel like I get very overwhelmed with social media. I think that's something that a lot of small business owners can relate to, that they're not used to posting like every day or lots of times a week. It can get very overwhelming on what to post, when to post it, and all things like that. So I try to keep it simple and try to switch it up and have little videos where I can just film and post right away without having to think too much on it. I am still getting better on this. I got overwhelmed this week, for example, so I have not posted probably all week this week. It's just that I've been having to like handle moving and all that stuff. So I'm not perfect at this, but hopefully this can help you guys also speed up the process. So now that we've talked about the types of content, we are gonna go ahead and start filming a reel/TikTok together, and then I will show you guys how to edit as well. Okay, so for filming, I just have two tips. One of them is short, small videos, and the other one is angles. Definitely switching up your angles after each clip makes the video a lot more interesting for your viewers, and short clips are going to be the key because you want them to be a little bit fast-paced. To film my TikToks and Reels, all I use is my phone. At the moment, I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, so it's not even the latest one at all by any means. And then I also use this little tripod, and it just slides up and down, and then you can put your phone here and things like that. I like to film with my front camera, so I will just go like this, set it where I want it, and press record. For this video, we're going to record us embroidering this sweater, and it's going to be this scene design. It's called Our Sorry I'm Booked design, and we're going to take little small clips. So what I like to do is I have this desk right over here. It gets nice lighting. And then we are going to put our hoop master. So since I've filmed this a few times, I have already found some clips that I think are too slow for this, and some clips that I think do well. So that's just something that you're gonna have to play around with and figure out. So for example, sometimes I think that putting my stabilizer too slow. I don't know. I don't really film it anymore. Sometimes these little clicks, they do film, but we're not going to do that today. What I like to do is normally, just for some behind the scenes videos, I like to show the sweater already made, like the finished product, a little clip of that at the very beginning of the video and as well as the end of the video, but then the whole process in the middle. We just set up the camera, and all we're going to do is hit record. Stop recording. I normally like to have the little sounds of the process happening, so I don't talk while I'm recording or have music while I'm recording, just because I want a little bit of that sound to come up with the sound of the video as well. Okay, so if I did the sweater being pulled into the hoop with this angle, I'm gonna go ahead and switch this up. Just kind of switch up the angle. Go like this. Kind of have like a POV. And we are going to put this hoop. It's a little hard. We got this. Okay, so hit record, wait for this tripod to stop wiggling, and then you're gonna feel awkward, but you got this. Okay, confirm that you like it. If you don't like it, just re-record it. You have all the time in the world. We are moving over our camera to the embroidery machine, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. And I'm going to set the camera right there so I can have sliding in. So hit record. Stop record. All right, and then we're going to switch up, record. Okay, and only a few seconds. Like, I know that it's still going, but I've only recorded for 5 to 6 seconds. Talk soon. Okay, so the embroidery is done. I just took it off the machine, and we're gonna make little tiny clips here as well. So you wanna take advantage of anything that you think is interesting to film. And I just grabbed my desk space here. I just made some space. We finished the sweater, and now I normally take videos like a selfie video like this, or if you don't like showing your face, I also fold it and hold it up to like a cute background. So normally I like to use like my threads that are on the wall and things like that. These intro videos, if you're gonna use them for both like the intro and outro together, then I normally just take one video, but instead of doing like a very small clip, I do it a little bit longer just so that I could cut it in half and put the beginning put like half of it at the beginning and half of it at the end. So let's do something like that. Let me just do it real quick on this screen, and I'm just gonna hold it up like this and smile. That's pretty much it. I will show you guys as well like the other little clip just so that you guys can see how that looks like, but I'm just gonna click record. And that's it. Let me fold it and I'll show you guys how that looks. So sometimes I like to fold it like a little burrito, so all you see is the design, and then I like to hold it up like so in front of a cute background. So I use that a lot. And so I'm going to set my computer to sleep so you don't really see anything there. And we are going to set up the camera. Can you guys see? Awesome. So we face the camera, and then I normally click record, and I always end up, I'll show you guys in a sec. Okay. So for that pose, I normally always end up like in an awkward position. I'm always like, and then for some weird reason, I'm always holding my breath while I do it, but it is what it is. Everything to get the shot. So this is how I basically do it. And then I normally just like slowly turn sideways, up and down, just to like show the product. I think it came out great. The sweater is made, and now we go to editing. Okay, so for editing, I like to use my phone. I know some people do editing on their computers. I just find it a lot easier for myself on my phone, but you do what works best for you. I like to use an app called CapCut, so I'm going to start sharing my screen. All right, so I use this app called CapCut, and we're going to start a new project and basically select all the little clips that we just took. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. 13 clips in total, and we're going to add into a new project. And then what I like to do is do like rough cuts first. So for this one, I'm gonna try to go really fast because the last time I did a screen recording editing a video, it did not save. So what I like to do is basically, split, delete. When I'm editing videos, I like to hear it so that I can hear the little clicks and little sounds of the video. So I will split. And normally I will cut the videos to 1 to 2 seconds long. Like that's it. Each clip is 1 to 2 seconds long, which I know it's really short, but it just makes it a lot faster. Sometimes 3 seconds, depends. There's a few things that I wanted to show you guys on how I cut the video. And basically, let's say for the embroidery, let's say for this video, right? I cut it way too short. I can just click on this and drag to the right and it'll extend the video longer. Or I can drag to the left. So let's make this like 1.5 seconds. This video here of the embroidering, I always like to have at least like 2 clips of the embroidering just because I think it's nice. And I am going to turn down the volume like a lot though because that machine is very loud. And this one is also embroidering. For embroidery clips, I normally just grab like 1 second in the middle of the clip that I filmed. So for example, this clip here, I'm going to just click it, split it. I'll delete the first half and then I'll go here, split and delete the other half. And now we have a 0.8 second video. Perfect. All right, this next one, right before I take it out, cut, click split, delete the beginning. Split, delete the rest. And then so on and so on. Okay, so once I'm done doing all of my little cuts, I like to view the whole video and hear it just to make sure that everything is nice and fast paced and flows well. If there's something that I think isn't necessary, then I cut it out. Or if there's parts where I think it's getting a little bit boring, then I adjust accordingly. But let's just play it and see how it looks. Amazing. Now I'm gonna grab one of these little clips of the finished product and put it at the beginning. I purposely made this one a little bit longer, so I'm going to slide that to the front. So the way that you do it is you just grab, you like press and hold and slide. And then I think that I'm going to add some words to it, so maybe let's embroider a sweater together. Right? So we are going to put text, add text. Let's embroider a sweater together. Okay, and then I like to go like this. Let's look at fonts. Honestly, I should pick one, but I think I change this like every single time, which is not good. Pick one and stick to it, but I think this is what I do. Ooh, I don't like that font. Go back. Okay. I think I like the all lowercase better. And then I go to styles and I kind of highlight the little letters so it pops out a little bit more. That's just my style. Some people do the yellow. I think that's a little too much for me. I just like plain like white letters with dark, with like a black outline. And then I put it up here. You don't want to put the words like way too high, because most of the times that will be like the place where it says like your For You page, or on Reels it has like something else. Like that gets cut off. So you don't want it to be so high up. And because we're doing this like not in TikTok and not in Instagram, you can't really see the outlines. Normally when you edit videos in-house, not in-house, but like in the app, then you can tell. Okay, and normally I have that duration up to the first clip so that by the second clip you don't see it. Perfect. I think if we go there, it is. I'm trying to find the middle. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put it right there. And one last view. Perfect. We're gonna hit export. Okay, exported. Let me end this screen record. Please save the screen record. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's talk music. The reason I don't add music in CapCut is because I add different music for different platforms. Instagram has trending audio that I like to use for Instagram. TikTok has different audio for TikTok. Honestly, I'm a little lost with TikTok audio because I have like a business profile on TikTok, because I have TikTok Shop. It doesn't let me use like the most trending audio there is. Like not all of the trending audios on TikTok are like copyright free, royalty free. You know what I mean. Anyways, so for TikTok, I ended up just using one that it like recommends, and then Instagram, I just choose a regular trending audio. For Instagram, the way that you can see if an audio is trending is, let me screen record this. So what I like to do to find trending audios on Instagram is I go to this little Reels section and I start looking at Reels. And if I like the audio, there's a little arrow pointing up, like this way diagonally, and that little arrow means that the audio is trending. So I just scroll through this basically until I find little arrows and an audio that I like, and that's it. So that is it for editing. Very easy, very simple. I like to keep them to little short clips. If you're doing storytelling, that's a little bit different. Your clips can definitely be longer, slightly longer. I still wouldn't do them very, very long, but you're going to want to do a little voiceover of the story that you're trying to tell. If you're shy and you don't want to do a voiceover, you can always add a story via text, like add text to your video. That is always really, really nice as well. But since I don't mind doing voiceovers, I got these little microphones off of Amazon, I believe. I will link them down below. But it is not expensive at all. I think I paid maybe $10 for these. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that. But they're these little microphones that are like this. And then this bottom part attaches to your phone like so. It just clicks right in there, and then you just talk like this. So that is the only thing that I do different for storytelling. The other thing that I like to do with storytelling that helps me out a lot is that I try to write down what I'm thinking of saying, and I type it on my notes app on my computer, and then I will start saying it out loud. So I'll record this voiceover probably like 10 times, and then once you start recording, once you start saying it out loud, you're gonna notice that you don't like certain things that you're saying, or you think that this doesn't sound that good, and you start editing it out a little bit. And then also the speed in which you're saying it can change, because you kind of want to time it with the video that you have created. If you see that it completely like doesn't align, then you either need to change your story or you need to change your video. You need to add or subtract X, Y, Z. But it's not hard, guys. You just write it down, read it. I like to hold my phone here so that I can see like the video playing while I record, while I read it out. Definitely don't be shy. Re-record it as many times as you want to get it how you want to sound. I don't think that I'm the best at it just yet. I think I can always get better, but you guys let me know what you think, and check out my Instagram and TikToks, and then you'll be the judge. All right, guys, I hope you found this video very helpful. If you liked it, make sure you like and subscribe. I post content like this on tutorials and also little vlogs on behind the scenes of my small business, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Don't listen to what everyone else says. Take your time. You're not their mess. Yeah, you might not be at your best, but it's fine. I don't mind telling